Scenes of the tension that characterized the Nairobi Central District around the Jamia Mosque after the Friday afternoon Muslim prayers, amidst reports of planned demonstrations over the rendition of 8 Kenyans arrested over the July 11th Kampala bombings. A contingent of police officers deployed around the mosque clearly set out to clamp down any breach of order. The renditions were the subject of a civil society forum hosted earlier in the day, where human rights activists strategized on how to counter what they view as a blatant breach of the law and infringement of the rights of the renditioned Kenyans.
And from the president to the prime minister, to the government, all state organs, that is what we've just read. They must act in accordance with the Constitution and within the Constitution.
The people may be guilty. They may have committed those crimes, but if they are Kenyans, why don't you arrest them and take them to court?
The activists are further infuriated by the leaking of a police intelligence report linking the suspects arrested over the Kampala attacks with the Al-Shabaab and an Al-Qaeda East African cell. The report in KTN's possession traces the planning of the Kampala attack back to 2008 and details a series of meetings and travels down to the hour of the attack's execution. The report identifies a Nairobi-based second-hand motor vehicle dealer, Omar Omar, also known as Abu Sahal, as the undisputed leader of the Al-Qaeda in East Africa. It also claims that activist Alamin Kimathi is the head of Al-Qaeda's propaganda wing in East Africa, mandated to mobilize the media, legal and human rights fraternity in sympathy with the terrorist network operatives. Reports the activists dismissed as a strategy to distract public attention from the real issues.
You cannot use unlawful means for a lawful cause. So if you are criminal, official crime of state is not a substitute to fighting crime itself. So the state, when it decides to round itself up and become officially criminally liable, and I think that's the extent of which people are talking about.
This kind of information is supposed to be frightening Kenyans. It's peddling fear. We are entitled to protection against fear.
The civil society groups are now planning to send a high-profile delegation to ensure that the rights of the arrested Kenyans are respected during trial in Kampala. They are also considering legal action against the government. Newton Debu, KTN Prime.